blossoms, life springing forth at the chorus touch. The first fruits are growing, the snow melt is flowing, and warmth escapes from cold's clutch. Wisps of fog under dawning sun, burning away as she waits. The maiden of spring alights on the land, trailing clouds with each step she takes. Winter gives way to the blossoms, life springing forth at the chorus touch. The first fruits are growing, the snow melt is flowing, and warmth escapes from cold's clutch. Leave the mist of darkness behind, return to the breeze in the meadows. Sing the seasons awake with your joy, dressed in crocus, violet, and rose. Winter gives way to the blossoms, life springing forth at the chorus touch. The first fruits are growing, the snow melt is flowing, and warmth escapes from cold's clutch. Turn to wonder, sweet golden daughter, smile as springtime unfurls, clothing your limbs in cloth of green, gaily robed in the fruits of the earth. Winter gives way to the blossoms, life springing forth at the chorus touch. The first fruits are growing, the snow melt is flowing, and warmth escapes from cold's clutch. The color is here, the star and the apple, each breath of flowers increase. The aspen it flies as she spins in her dance, breathe life, health, and peace. Winter gives way to the blossoms, life springing forth at the chorus touch. The first fruits are growing, the snow melt is flowing, and warmth escapes from cold's clutch.
Children of Earth, welcome to the spring equinox. It's the time when the light is clearly stronger than the dark. When we move forward, not backwards, into that light. We join you today virtually because a number of ADF grows have had to cancel their Equinox rites for this, for COVID-19, the social distancing that we are experiencing. And we wanted to bring you something that was geared toward being at home, working your home and your hearth, and enjoying togetherness, even though we might be apart. So today we'll honor the deities of spring, we'll honor the ancestors, the nature spirits, and the gods, goddesses, and godin. And our work will be good as it always is, for we enjoy being together, and this is one more way for us to do that. As we always begin, let us begin with the Earth Mother.
Earth Mother, the children of the earth call out to you. You who are firstborn, who walked this land before us, who became this land that we might walk upon you. Earth Mother, you give breath to the wind, you give bounty to the earth, and you are there with the streams flowing across you, bringing us light and hope and peace, especially in times when you are one of the only things we can see right now. So Earth Mother, be with us now as we know you always are, and accept this offering. Earth Mother. Accept our
yourself.
offering.
Children of Earth, we call for inspiration in this time. To the spirits of inspiration, you who brighten us, who silver our tongues, we call to you. Our voices reach out from the darkness. They are lifted upon the flames. They hold us together with all the work that we do. Let our tongues be silvered. Let fire be kindled in our head. Let our work be good and true. Spirits of inspiration, accept our offering.
Spirits of inspiration, accept our offering. And children of Earth, we have called to the earth and we have called for inspiration. And now, as we prepare to truly begin this work, let us purify ourselves. We have here with us some water, and we're going to wash our hands. I'd invite you that if you have not already done so, to go and wash your hands or use some hand sanitizer to really prepare yourself both to be in that habit of being clean, but also so that you come into this work able to release those cares of the day, separate yourself from the mundane, and mark that time that we are setting aside now as sacred by cleansing your hands, cleansing your face if you wish, and bringing yourself to a place of peace. Oh, you even brought soap out.
Of course I brought soap out. Soap and water, very important.
Yeah, but now I gotta set this bowl somewhere.
I know.
It's fine.
Do we need to sing ABCs?
How about Holy Water, Sacred Flame? That's a good one.
That's a good one.
And it's about 20 seconds.
It's about 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Holy water, sacred flame, Bridget, we invoke your name. Bless my hands, my head, my heart, source of healing, song and art. Holy water, sacred flame, Bridget, we invoke your name. Bless my hands, my head, my heart, source of healing, song and art.
Can never have too much hygiene in this work. Children of Earth, cleansed, prepared. We now seek to do this work. As our ancestors did before us, so we do now, and so may our children do in the future. We come together in this space, distant from each other, but together here, across those ways of internet, prepared to do work, to honor the spring that has sprung. Today it has been dreary and dismal.
At least in Ohio.
As
yes.
is good for a spring. Plenty of rain to help those flowers grow. We may be watching from our windows for a little while, but we know, we can feel that the season has turned, that there is more to come, brighter lights, warmer days. All these things are ahead. So as we make offering to the ancestors, the nature spirits, and the deities, as we call out to the spirits of spring, whatever they may be, know that our work is good. Know that our work is ready for what is coming ahead. So, breathe deep. Here at our center, we prepare to do this work. So, let us make our offerings with joy and with reverence.
Children of Earth, we may all be far apart, but that does not mean we can't come together as one sacred grove. So I'd like you to take a moment, wherever you are right now, in front of your phone or your computer screen, And if you're comfortable, close your eyes. Feel the ground beneath you, through your floor, through the beams of your house or your apartment, and feel it. Let your awareness travel down further and further until you reach the rich earth. And in that earth, become a tree yourself. Feel your awareness as it stretches throughout all your limbs. And in that earth that you can feel now, let your roots sink down, down through the earth, down through the bedrock, down further and further until they reach those waters of potential below. And in those waters of swirling potential, let your roots drink them in for a moment. And as you drink them in, feel them traveling back up that taproot, back up through the deep earth, through the bedrock, through the soil, and into your feet. And feel those waters as they pull up through your legs and your belly and your chest, flow down your arms and fountain out the top of your head. Cooled by these waters of potential, turn your attention now skyward. Let your awareness travel out into the sky, through the atmosphere, into the dark coldness of space. And there, in that darkness, see a light pulse that shines just for you. And allow that light to grow bigger and bigger until it fills your vision. And know that you have connected with these electric sky powers. Allow their heat and their warmth to pulse back through the darkness of space, back through the atmosphere, back down to you in the crown of your head and the tips of your branches. Let that light touch your head, touch your hands, and brighten those waters that are there. The waters that have pooled in your limbs, allow the light to come down and touch them, brightening them and warming them. You stand now a sacred pillar yourself, connected to the waters of potential below and the electric sky powers above. So now, standing filled with these powers, take your hands in front of you and breathe gently into them. And know that you hold that power in your hands. And know that all of us who are gathered here, watching from our separate spaces, hold this same power in our hands. And we stand here together now as one sacred grove, ready to begin this work. If you know the Cosmos Prayer, feel free to speak along with me. The waters support and surround us. The land extends about us. The sky stretches out above us. At our center burns a living flame. May all the kindreds bless us. May our worship be true. May our actions be just. May our love be pure. Blessings, honor, and worship to the holy ones. Take that power into yourself as we prepare to create a sacred space.
In all of our rites, we create sacred space by forming it here at the center. A fire kindled upon the land, a well that reaches into the earth, a pillar or a tree that stands here at the center. Here at our center, I ask you to see these things not as simple devices upon the table, but as gates, as centers, centers upon centers, if you will. we draw forth here silver. And in this space and in this time, here we stand before the well, eye and mouth of earth, connection to the ancestors. See it before you in your mind's eye, reaching down deep into the earth, flowing, stretching, seeking that which is down below. Let that well be silvered with your intent and your work. Let that well be filled with the light of the ancestors. Let it be a center within you and before you. Here, fire burns, bright, warm. We call out now to the flame. You that have been kindled here upon the land, you whose pillar of smoke supports the heavens, you whose light reaches the very edge of our space. We call out now here at our center. May your light pass the boundaries of this place. May it reach out and warm all those in their homes far away, letting them know that they are not alone, letting them know that they are warmed by this cosmic flame, letting them know that their heavens are supported by the same flame that ours is. And let this fire be a center within you, before you. Here a pillar stands. Simple wood, inlaid copper. But see it now, as it sprouts its branches above us. And see it now as it sprouts its roots below. Stretching from this space in this center out to the cosmos. Holding up the roof of heavens, giving us paths to travel across the world. Holding together the underworld below. Rooted firm within the earth, as a mountain that stands upon the bosom of the mother, as a stone at the center, as a tree connecting all the worlds. Let this be a center within us and before us. Let this tree keep us and give us access to the worlds. Let this sacred fire burn within us. Let this sacred well flow within us. Let this sacred tree grow within us. Here at the center, we stand now. Wherever we may be, we are here together. Some silver in there, shall I use it?
Standing at the center of our sacred grove, I now call out to Garnus Crane. And for those of you who have not met the crane, let us paint a picture. That tree that you became when we touched the waters of potential, when we reached for those electric sky powers. Be that tree now and gaze out upon a lake. The lake is still. The fog of dawn lies upon it. The banks are sandy and rise up gently into the grasses that surround this lake. At first you see nothing but the water. And then you notice a statuesque figure standing off to one side. He stands there, 1 foot in the land, 1 foot in the waters, with an eye cast to the heavens. This is Garnus Crane, standing on the edge, the liminal one who guides us. He is part of all realms. He sleeps on the land. He fishes and eats in the water. He flies through the sky. And as a walker of all these realms, we call to him. He is the Lord of wisdom. And yes, he is the king of the internet. And so especially today, as we connect virtually through these waves may our Wi-Fi hold, we call out to Garnus Crane. Garnus, I call out to you now. You who stand there on the edge of the waters, ready and waiting, I ask that you are ready and waiting for us. Garnus Crane, you who stand at the edge of the waters, welcoming, I ask that you welcome us. Garnus Crane, you who stand at the edge of the waters, I see you there, ready to guide, and I ask that you are there to guide us. And so, Garnus, I make this offering to you, that you might join your magic with mine and aid me in opening the gates. Garnus Crane, accept this offering.
Garnus Crane, accept this offering.
And so let this well that we have silvered, that stretches down to those waters of potential, allow those waters to flow down into the earth, deeper and deeper to the realms of our ancestors. And let this well open as a gate. And this fire that burns bright upon our altar and stretches with a pillar of smoke to the heavens above, let that light and that fire connect us to the garden and open as a gate. And this pillar, this tree, this axis mundi that stands at the center of realms, let its roots stretch down into those waters below. Let its branches stretch up into the heavens above. Let its limbs cross all the realms and all the worlds, and let this tree open as a gate. Children of Earth, feel the waves parting, see the mists open up, and let the gates be open.
Let the gates be open. Here and now, at the center, I feel those gates open. I see them in my mind's eye. And there, at the edge where the fire reaches, the spirits hear our voices more clearly. They know our words, they know our work, and so we call to them. Children of the earth, call out to the ancestors. You who walked these ways before, hear our voice. You who have known pandemic and disease and who have seen it through. You who have shown us the way to reach for cure. You who have shown us the way to make do when we had nothing. You who have shown us the way to reach out when there seemed no hope. We call to you, who have given example unto us, who have walked these paths before. We call to you, who know how to make the sacrifices. We call to you, who know what offerings to give. We call to you, who laid down this path we walk. We do not walk this way alone, for you are always with us, in our blood, in our mind, and in our heart. You stand beside us, you whisper your memory, and we listen. Ancestors, come to our fire. Be warmed here by our good hearth. Speak with us, join us today. Ancestors, accept our offering.
Ancestors, accept our offering. Now we, children of earth, call out to those spirits of nature. You who bound across the grasses in the morning. You who fly through the sky, letting the sunlight glint across your wings. You who dive in the waters, with scales shimmering or slick fur running smooth. We call out to you, spirits of nature. You who give us hope in dark times. You who show us the freedom that it is to walk through the woods. You growing things that are just now blooming with buds, that are just now showing the greenery, that are just now showing the life as it comes back to the land. We look to you, nature spirits. We look to you that we might know hope. We look to you that we might know connection. Now more than ever, when we cannot be close to one another, we can be close to you. And so, nature spirits, we call out to you to be with us, to join us in this rite, to show us your wisdom and the ways that we might walk in balance. So join us at our sacred fire, be warmed by our hearth. Aid us and guide us as we walk the elder ways. Nature spirits, accept this offering.
Nature spirits, accept this offering. Now we call to the deities, those gotten of our path, you who walk with us. No matter your form or your work, we honor you today. You who are bright and shining, to whom we make offerings. You who our hearts sing to, when the spring comes, when the wheel turns, we call to you. You who are healers, you who show us the way and guide our hands, we call to you. You who bring us together, whether you sing in the halls of the gods, whether you feast among them as heroes, whether you offer loving touch when things are hard. We call to you. All you spirits, gods, goddesses, godden, you who are children of the mother as we are, we call to you, eldest and brightest, that you may come here, sit beside our good fire, be warmed by it, be welcome in our hearts, in our hearths, and in our homes. Deities, accept our offering.
Deities, accept our offering. Children of Earth, we call now to those spirits of spring, whether they be ancestors who remind us that it is now time to have those seed starts going, depending on which zone you're in, I'm sure, who teach us the ways of starting our own harvest. Whether those spirits of spring are the budding trees, or the peepers, or the katydids, or the moss that's gently growing over the rocks now. Whether those spirits of spring are the deities, those maidens who dance across our vision, the ones who bring flowers trailing behind them. Think now on the spirit of spring that speaks most to you. Speak their name aloud or in your heart or in your mind. know that they come to our fire, that they are here with us now, that they lend their beauty, their grace, their hope, their joy, their knowledge, their wisdom to us now. And as we know that, so do we know that they are deserving of praise. And so holding that spirit of spring in your mind, in your heart, and in your voice, we call out, spirits of spring, you who stand with us in this time of balance, you who show us that the long winter is over and growth is just beginning. Spirit of spring, accept this offering.
Spirit of spring, accept this offering.
And so now, children of earth, if you have offerings that you would like to make, if you have poetry you've written or you've found on the internet recently, if you have art that you would like to show, feel free to make those offerings at your altar now. If you'd like, go ahead and share them in the comments of the video with others who are also celebrating the spring. I'm going to sing for a little bit so that you've got time to make those offerings.
You've given the best of yourself.
Child of Earth, take a moment and revel in the offerings you've made. Think on them and consider them for the work that we do brightens us as it brightens the spirits. So,
Leave me one.
one offering can do. So we've made our offerings today. We've reached out to the spirits and to each other. We have sought the blessings of spring, the blessings of the deities, the blessings of the ancestors, the blessings of the nature spirits. And we call out now with one more prayer of sacrifice. Having made these offerings, and I saw several had made them at home as well, we prepare to send them through these gates, deep into the earth, high to the heavens, across the land. So, think on your offering, and let us send it to those for whom it is intended. Here at our center, I call out. Offerings have been made. Our part of the bargain has been kept. Our work has been bright. And we take these offerings now, combine them together. We set them forth here. And we send them out to the spirits. Where you are at home, see these things as they flow through the gates and speak these words. Spirits all, accept our sacrifice.
Spirits all, accept our sacrifice. Having made offerings, it is now time that we seek an omen to see what gifts and blessings the kindreds and the spirits have for us in return. Apollo Manticos, guide my hand, see with my eyes, hear with my ears, speak with my voice. Last questions.
The Druid questions. Today we ask questions of our seer, wondering what we might find. And the first question that we ask today is, what is the path that we are on today?
Omicron. There are no crops to be reaped which are not sown. Our path is to be sure we are doing the work now that we might have a future.
Good omen indeed. And on what should this community that is gathered here today focus until the next high day?
Community should focus on its successes. We've done good things, we've done good work, and it is those things that when we keep doing them will fulfill our golden oracle, Kai.
And on what should each individual focus until the next high day?
Sigma. Phoebus Apollo speaks plainly. Stay, friend. Each individual should stay right where they are, not go anywhere.
So taken together, our omens are?
Taken together, we have joined together as a community, even more so now than we have in the past. And it is those things that will bring us success. And so we need to plant those seeds of success and plant those things that we are doing. And we can only do that right now from right where we stand. And so in order to continue successes, in order to plant a better future, we stay where we are and we do the work.
Good omens indeed.
Very good omens.
All right. We will post those omens shortly. I suppose I could maybe try and do it now, but I'm not going to try.
Shortly.
Children of Earth, these are good omens. And I ask that each person bring a cup or a vessel or something with a liquid of your choosing.
Take a moment and go get one now if you do not. We'll wait. We'll vamp, in fact.
We'll vamp. We have our tiny cups, just right for sticking a pinky out.
They're kind of maroon, magenta, kind of.
And polka dot.
And polka dot.
It doesn't matter what your cup looks like, what it is filled with. We will bless it all the same. And in fact, you will bless it. You can use bell branches for
working.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Hopefully you all have your cups. Think now on these blessings that we have received, on the plantings that are ahead of us, on the successes that may come, and on the blessing of staying where we are. It's hard to think of as a blessing sometimes, but it can be a blessing. I ask you to think on these blessings for yourself first. Consider how they work in your life, what you can do to deepen those blessings in your hearth and in your heart, to focus them on yourself when you need them most. What can you plant? Where can you succeed? How can you make staying a blessing? Think, too, on how you can share these things with your community. Staying is not hard. That's a good blessing on its own. But there may be other ways that you can think of it. What can you plant for others? What successes can you bring forth for them? And think, too, for we reach around the world when we do this work online, on how these blessings can affect the world and the cosmos around us. What does it mean to plant new things? What does it mean to seek success? What does it mean to stay, friend? With these thoughts in mind, with these blessings remembered, hold your cup before you. Think on what it is filled with now. Those waters, that whiskey, the Coke, whatever it might be. Think on what it is now. And know that at this time is prepared to receive blessing. For you, in your state of mind, you having done this work, have prepared not only yourself, but the things around you. No matter what is in your cup, no matter what your cup looks like, it is a vessel for blessing. And so, with it before you, hold your hand over it. And see from your hand, falling from above, the waters of blessing into the cup. See those things rain down. They may come as rays. They may come as droplets of water. They may come as the rolling fog from the heavens. Now, place your hand below and see those blessings as they begin to rise up from beneath, to bubble up into your liquid. See them as that rising mist from below, as the waters that well up from the ground, as the warmth or the coolness of the Earth Mother flowing, arriving here in this space. Place your hand to the side. Feel those blessings as they flow across the land, the waters of rivers and streams, the waters that flow from the springs, the cycle of water that covers the land. See these waters as they flow into your cup. All waters are by their very nature sacred. We separate out these waters that they may be filled with these blessings. Children of earth, behold the waters of life.
Behold the waters of life.
Drink deeply of these waters. Let them fill you with their blessing. Let them cool you and warm you. And let them give you power and strength to do your work in the world. Slancha.
Children of Earth, we do have a working plan for tonight, and it is a blessing of tools. So again, this can be any tool that you might use in your life. If you drive a lot, it could be your keys. If you write or paint, it could be pencils or computer or paintbrushes.
Your mouse, your stylus.
Whatever. If you create in some way the tools that fulfill your life, whether financially or spiritually or emotionally, whatever those tools are, we're going to be blessing them. So go ahead and I'm going to vamp for a second, and if you don't have those tools with you, take a sec to go grab them. I'm going to be blessing my guitar and probably my sickle, and I'll be using my bell branch, which is another one of my tools, to do the blessing. I'll probably bless my omen set over here because that's a nice tool for me. What are you blessing?
I will be blessing my sickle as well and my divination set, which I didn't get to use today. So.
You should bless all of the recording equipment.
All the recording equipment? Probably.
Those are kind of your tools.
Yes, I took a photo earlier. We'll post that in the comments
okay.
too of the setup. It's impressive. Actually, if you happen to see our previous event, the last rite that we did, there's a time lapse of us setting up the whole ritual, because we did our spring equinox rite for the Grove Sunday. All time is all flown together.
Yep.
And that was a slightly larger production with more cameras.
Yes.
So, but it was fun.
All right. So with your tool in hand, you can either hold it or you can set it on something in front of you, whatever makes more sense. I'm going to be leading this with a little bit of percussive nature, so you are welcome to hold quietly if you're in a space where you need to not make noise, and that's fine. If you do that, go ahead and squeeze your hands as I keep a beat so that you can feel that pulse. If you're sitting somewhere where making noise is okay, feel free to clap on the table, stomp your feet, whatever makes sense for you to kind of feel that beat and that pulse and that energy raising. So don't let a necessity to be quiet stop you from doing that. You can squeeze your hands or wiggle your toes in time. All those things will be quiet for you, but still able to feel that pulse of energy. So go ahead and take your tools up in front of you. I'm just going to do this.
Would you like me to hold something for you for a minute?
You hold that?
Yes. You bless yours, and then I'll bless mine as we go.
Okay. All right. So children of Earth, think on those blessings that we've received, and think on the waters that you've taken into yourself to bring strength and power to your work. Keep yourself in time with me as best you can, or at least in time to a beat that makes sense to you to do this work. And as you feel that pulse, that power, let it infuse the tool or tools that you are blessing. Let that beat seep into those tools. I'll get it. Okay. Let that beat become a heartbeat within those tools. And know that that heartbeat is one with yours. And as it beats within them and beats within you, these tools can be used to do your work, to support you in whatever way they need to do the best work that they're able. These tools, as we bless them, gain a brightness, gain a power of their very own. And these tools, thus filled with the power of our blessing, of our heartbeat, of our work, we know that they will be there for us when we need them, and they will do exactly as we need them to do. So be it.
So be it. Children of Earth, we've done good work today. We've received good blessings that are remarkably on point, as has been the case for the last couple of rituals that we've done.
Yep.
Thank you very much for joining us. Our work here in Three Cranes Grove ADF is very important to us. The outreach that we can do is very important to us. We like being able to serve the community in these ways, and we thank you so much for being part of that work. If you would like to give a donation, you can. Go to threecranes.org/donate, and you can find our donation page. It helps keep us up and running. It is not required, however. Anything else we need to do before we close?
Nope.
All right. If you're looking for resources for things to do, there are a lot of ADF members doing that work. Ask on the ADF lists or on the ADF Facebook pages if anyone's doing something. I know Jan is doing some work on her Patreon. I'm preparing to myself, but I haven't gotten that far yet. And we're trying to find ways to bring the community together. So if you have ideas, let us know those too. So with that done and that said, let us thank the spirits we have called.
We first call out to those spirits of spring, you who have reinvigorated us with your existence. You who are growing and blooming and bounding. Spirits of spring, we see you. We see you coming. We see you are here. And we have welcomed you with all our hearts. So spirits of spring, for joining us today in this time of balance, we say we thank you.
We thank you. You, Godden, who stood beside us, you who brighten our lives, gods, goddesses, all of you, you bright ones and first children of the Mother, we call out to you and we say, for your presence here, deities, we thank you.
Deities, we thank you. To you, spirits of nature, you who swim and wriggle and fly and grow, You whose time on earth is brightening now. Spirits of nature, you've been with us through this rite. You will continue to grow in presence as the season turns. And so we say, spirits of nature, we thank you.
Spirits of nature, we thank you. Ancestors whose memory holds us bright, we call to you once more. We walk in your footsteps. We know that you have done all these things before us. And we seek your guidance and your blessing for bringing that guidance and blessing here today. Ancestors, we thank you.
Ancestors, we thank you. Garnis Crane, you who have warded the ways, who have kept the Wi-Fi strong, who have opened the way for us to do this work, we call you once more as you stand on the edge, ever watchful. Garnis Crane, join your magic with mine and aid me in closing these gates. Let the waters draw up from below, becoming once more but a bowl of water here, no longer a gate opening to the many ways. Let the fires in the sky draw back down on that pillar of smoke, and be once more but simple flames here, no longer a gate opening to the many ways. And let our great tree branches that have touched the heavens, roots that have touched the waters of potential, draw back in, becoming once more but a post, no longer a gate opening to the many ways. Children of earth, let the gates be closed.
Let the gates be closed. Inspiration, you who have sobered our tongues today, who have brightened our minds, and given us the right paths to walk with our words and our voices. Call out to you. Inspiration, we thank you.
Inspiration, we thank you. Earth Mother, first children, you whose bosom brightens the land, who show us the way to walk in balance with the earth, who give us your gift of growing things, who allow the waters to brighten our steps, who welcome the rains upon your body. Earth Mother, to you we give all unused of our offerings. Earth Mother, to you we return in the end. For being with us today as you are always. Earth Mother, we thank you.
Earth Mother, we thank you. You going to sing us out in a moment?
I'll sing us out, yeah.
All right. Children of Earth, this work we've done here today has been good. I ask you to go in peace and blessings, for this rite is ended. Reverend Avende is going to sing us out.
Put the capo on. Gentle hand guides it. Children of Earth, blessings of the spring equinox upon you. Good.